Hello YouTube fans, here again. I decided to do this film today. Not seen it for a while. Flatliners. That's right, Flatliners. Where can I go with Flatliners? Come out in 1990, big hit film, a lot of well-known actors. You got Tyler Sullivan, you got Julie Roberts, you got one of the Boring fam there, you got Devin Beacon. That good film, very good film. I forgot how much of a good film Flatliners were. So I thought without ado, why not do the review of Flatliners? So basically, it's about these lung doctors who are learning, you know, the learn certain. So I always loved the opening in it, I always loved Diver Sullivan's character when he's walking, he's got the race talk, he says that line, what a day to die. This was at the area where there was both together as a couple, we know the rest. And yeah, what can I say? It was a popular film in 1990. So what they're doing is they decided to do an experiment, and everyone knows Fatliner. When the machine goes beep for so long, you're toast to seeing light. You see lots of weird stuff, spirits, demons, whatever. Now, if anyone's ever been toast to Fatline and managed to come back to life, please let me know. Is it anything like in this film? Just out of curiosity, is it a sat there? What it's like in this film? You don't want to tell me. Fair enough. It's that'd do some subtext. But it's just interesting to know, was it anything like what was used in this film? So without ado, I think right, they all do it. So Tyler Sullivan does it, and he sees this weird little boy, and you find out it's something to do with his past. And Julie Roberts does it. They all do it, to cut the story short. And long and behold, weird things start to happen on the way. The little boy, what Tyler Sullivan saw, ends up beating him up, laying into him. Julie Roberts goes to Doss's room and she sees a ghost of her father. And a lot of other ones see spirits on the way. And then you find out on the way that what it was, Diver Sullivan was a bully. He was picking on this kid, and because of that, it caused the death of this kid. Julie Roberts' a dad I meant to say, a dad. Julie Roberts' dad took a drug overdose and sadly died. And there's a lot of other ones that lost their lives. I can't remember how it went, but a lot of outdoings and so on. So what they've got to do is they've got to fix the fuck ups they did when they were kids. So Tyler Sullivan, I think that Julie Roberts meets the ghost of her father. And remember rightly, she says she understands, blah, blah, blah. The other ones meet their things as well. And I can't remember now which one was David Beacon's doing, but I remember right there, he goes to the mother, and I think about it was a dose of a little girl. And he goes to the mother, admits what he'd done, he feels bad, and so on. So basically, it's just them admitting what they did when they were young and foolish. And Diver sort of further does, he meets the kid, what was his brother, he apologised to him, he says he never meant anything, he really feels bad about it, and so on. So then what happens in the film is because they defeat the demons, they've outsmart the demons, we in the past, and basically it goes. It goes. But I do actually like the effects in this. I think it was a very well made film, being Flatliners. Like I say, it come out in 1990. Let's have a look at the features. Why not? There's a lot of good features in it. I always love, like I say, I always love the look that I've sort of in there. Little bits here and there if you can see it. And remember, like I say, Diver Sullivan and Julie Roberts, they were a couple when this film come out. The rest is history. But I always remember the film. I also like the fact that the DVD is set to the original art cover, what was used in the golden days of the theatrical cover, as well as the golden days of VHS. So I always like that little look. I think it's a good little look. I always like that. Like I say, I do like some of the effects in it, and I do know one of the mothers, the one that plays the mother. Remember, go around one day, the one who Devin Beacon Fish it is. It took me ages to think, I've seen her before. Then I thought, oh no, it was the one, if you remember the film The Abyss, well, one of the actresses that appears in The Abyss, the film, is the one that bathes the mother off the door, the one that obviously lost her life. So, like I said, they all basically, it's them meeting the demons, meaning the things what they've done in the past, things what they regretted doing. But I always like the idea when one of them dies, all this stuff comes on. This film to me, this film to me had a lot of imagination. This is one of them films where I look back from the golden days of 1990 and I think to myself, this is a good film. This is a good film. Good actors, consummate acting. I wouldn't say good effects, but a very well made film. Good, I say good imagination. But it's like I said, I'm not being morbid. Anyone's ever gone into Flatline, let me know if it's anything like what's in this film, or is it just fancy, fancy. But I just felt it was a very well made film. It was a very document film. This was the era when films had imagination. This was the era where companies didn't stick the oar in that much and they let the director get on with the directing when they had producers with imagination. That's why a few weeks ago I insulted Reanimator, the remake. Got no vote for it because I'm so fucking sick of fucking remakes. It's unbelievable. I'm so sick to the death of fucking remakes. Comedies were not funny. Actors. See that piece of wood? I'm not going to insult it, but let's say it's a piece of that. But this was a golden era when you had imagination. Something you're never going to see in films ever again. Imagination. A very well told story. So, without ado, what am I going to give the movie? What am I going to give it rating wise? Fuck it, because they don't make films like Flatliners anymore. I like the actors. I like the story. I like everything about it. Fuck it. A 10-star rating for me, because they don't make films like this anymore. It's heartbreaking to know, but they don't. This film, like I say, I like the story. I like the fact that every one of them's done something they shouldn't have done. And it's sort of like guilt coming back to them. But it's like because they went to this fat line, they brought back the demons, they brought back the things what they shouldn't have done. Basically, the victims are now using these as the victims. That's what the film's about. But I just think it was a very well made film. I like the film. I like the story. It's been ages since I've seen this film, but it is a damn good film. So without ado, I've already done it. I'll do it again. A 10-star rating from me. Bring to them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.